Now to a story that's been a sad sign of the times. A heroin epidemic has prompted a prosecutor in our area to issue a warning to parents this Easter weekend. Look out for needles before your Easter egg hunt. Local 12's Anjanette Levy is live in Covington tonight with why. Anjanette.
Well, Curtis, Kenton County Commonwealth's Attorney Rob Sanders says he wants parents to keep an extra eye out for dirty needles. He says they've been spotted in places like yards, streets, and even on bridges. He says heroin use is a problem not only here in the city, but in the suburbs too. It's the time of year when kids hunt Easter eggs in yards and parks. Kenton County Commonwealth's Attorney Rob Sanders says it's a good time to warn parents about the dangers of discarded needles.
And really, it's something that these days parents ought to be very aware of. It's discarded needles and the risk of their children picking them up, and be doing this on a daily basis anytime their kids are in a public place, or for that matter, sometimes even your own yard, depending on where you live.
Sanders says a doctor specializing in addiction raised the concern about the possibility of needles being in areas where children hunt for their treasured eggs. Diseases such as hepatitis C can live on a needle for several days, posing a risk to anyone who may come in contact with one.
And it's really not limited to any one part of northern Kentucky. We have it downtown, we have it out in the country, we have it in the suburbs in between.
At Goebel Park, one mother said she hadn't seen needles in that park, but she had seen them in other parts of the neighborhood.
And then you have children and you think, well, I do need to be concerned about them picking up needles or just, leftover bottles.
A grandmother says she's seen needles in Kenny Shields Park. All the more reason Sanders is asking parents, no matter where they live, to keep an eye out.
This is something that we're just going to have to get used to until this heroin problem, until we find some solutions to it.
And Sanders says this heroin epidemic really knows no boundaries. And when he talks about these public spaces, he emphasizes they can be any public space, whether it's a schoolyard or even a churchyard. Reporting live in Covington, Anjanette Levy, Local 12 News. Curtis?
A truly sad sign of the times. Anjanette, thank you. Rob Sanders says about 75% of the cases that go through Kenton County courts are related to drugs or drug addiction.